Tinubu ò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú ipò ààrẹ.
Kábíyèsí Olódùmarè.
Ẹ já gbàdúrà tí ó tó wà níwájú yìí ká tó dìbò.
Kíni bọ̀ ń kíni bẹ̀ ń wájú ká tó dìbò.
You are about to hear an explosive one. Yes, something that you have never heard before. It is very important that you like and share this video. And if you're a returning subscriber, I say thanks for returning. If you've been here with us all the way, I say thank you for being here. If you're new here, subscribe to this channel. In fact, right now, people are worried. And like we've been hearing from every corner, from Aso-Villa, Aso-Rock, Abuja, from the north, from Sambisa Forest, down to Lagos, down to the east, down to the west, down to everywhere. The talk is this: Buhari is not ready to relinquish power to any civilian. He came to fulfill a purpose. And that purpose is to make sure that he steps in there to show the rest of the generals and the rest of them that he is also equal to the task. You know, it's like a competition. Obasanjo, he was in prison. They brought him there. That person became president. You know, competition amongst them. He has actualized his own dream, but he has something that he needs to do finally. And that is the interim government that they are talking about. They are talking of coup. If you watch, Buhari kept mute. In the face of hardship, in the face of insecurity, he was only concerned about one thing: to retain those service chiefs like Brutai. He didn't retain Brutai because Brutai is an excellent military officer. He retained Brutai because Brutai is a trustworthy soldier, someone that will protect his own interests as long as he stays there. Why? Because already it is there already that Buhari was going to perform some magic before the end of his regime, because that is what it's called now. They are not calling it government democracy, they are calling it regime. Even people that are in Buhari's camp, they are calling it regime. It is no longer a democracy. It's not a democratic government anymore. Buhari made sure that he secured himself. And now that he has gotten to the last of it, the next plot and the next twist. In fact, we all saw all of this played out. If you wanted to be president and you could not, and you needed like Tinubu and the rest of those people to help you get there, they helped you get there. Yes. And now, Tinubu said, Emilio Kon. And from what we are seeing, it seems Buhari is not ready to assist or help him. In fact, there is a lot that will be made clear. But then, are we the only ones seeing these things? The news and the story is coming out that there is going to be a Kwatiku met with some military general. Buhari is having meetings with this person and that person. And even from Aso-Villa itself, we heard the news. They are issuing disclaimer. And when the presidency begins to issue disclaimer that no, we are not trying to plan a coup. There is no coup. We are not trying to stay in government forever. Buhari is not trying to hand over to interim. We are not trying to cause chaos with this new Naira note and all of this. You should know that there is problem before this came out. It is not just a rumor that just jumped outside. Now, without further ado, I want us to listen to this man. He has something to say. I know people have lost trust in prophets, seers, pastors, bishops, because what they say at times does not come to pass. But let us hear him. And for those who want Yoruba nation, pay attention.
Ẹ̀tàn tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ gbé kalẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí.
Ẹ̀tàn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ máa wo ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀. Kò sí ẹnikẹ́ni nínú wọn tí ó débẹ̀. Gbogbo Yorùbá pátá. Ṣé gbọ́ bàbá? Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo Yorùbá kí ọmọ múra lóòótọ́ láti gba Yorùbá nation o. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ àlàáfíà Nàìjíríà náà. A wà bọ́ sí
torógun bọ̀.
Bàbá. Òótọ́ ni mo sọ fún yín sà.
Kí l'Ọlọ́run sọ ń pa àwọn Yorùbá nation àti Sunday Igboho.
bàbá
mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ là mọ́lẹ̀.
Yorùbá nation yóò dúró.
Bàbá
yóò dúró.
ìtàkùn àgbáyé lẹ́mọ̀ wa.
ẹ gbọ́ yóò dúró.
tó kọ̀nfàmù.
àní yóò dúró ṣùgbọ́n bàbá a mú jàgídíjàgan dúkù kúò gbogbo ẹ̀ a mú kúrò. Ọba ó finú konú pẹ̀lú ìjòyè, ìjòyè ó finú konú pẹ̀lú àdúgbò. Bàbá ó ṣe
ẹ̀rí ń wájú.
tí a bá dà ní àwọn wọlú.
ẹ wá ń sọ pé ìbò 2023 tí kálukú ti náwó sí àìmọye búfànù tí ń gbówó wọlé ẹni bò ní wáyé ẹ má sọ bá ní ìsọjí gbangba ta ẹ má sọ bá ní wà.
ìsọjí gbangba ni mò ń ṣe yìí ìsọjí.
Yoruba nation. Yes, Yoruba nation. There is a lot going on, a lot of agitation. Lives have been lost, properties destroyed. A lot of things are happening. Even Sunday Igboho, who spearheaded this Yoruba nation, starting with Fulani attacking his people, is still in Benin Republic. And you heard, what is it going to be about Sunday Igboho, about Yoruba nation? You heard, this cannot happen with violence, and should there be violence, a lot of lives will be lost. About Nigeria, about 2023 election, is there going to be anybody occupying Aso Rock? Nobody will occupy Aso Rock. Peter Obi will not get there. Tinubu will not get there. Atiku will not get there. Showore will not get there. And what does that spell out to be? The same thing that we have been hearing. Buhari and the rest of those running Nigeria behind the scene, ruining Nigeria behind the scene, they want to make sure that the country is unstable. And what else? How else do you want to make a country unstable? How else do you want to do it? By making sure that hardship increases. Hungry man, yes, hungry woman. When you are hungry, you don't think anymore. You act. In fact, if you see your fellow human being, the person will be like food to you. This is what is happening right now, where you have money but you cannot access it. They say no, they are trying to make sure that people do not bribe during elections. When we talk about bribery during election, is it not something that is out there like how police officers extort money from people? So why is it that there are no security agents out there to make sure that nobody is doing this? If you want to do it behind closed doors, why do we have DSS? Is DSS job only to flaunt court ruling, grab people when they are coming out from the court? Why can't the secret police, secret services, DSS be all over the federation to make sure that nobody is bribing anybody? What are we talking about here? Why is the Nigerian army not all over the street to make sure there is nobody bribing, to make sure the election goes free? Should the people suffer because someone came up with a policy at the eve of the election? Now, all of this, they said, is to build up that anarchy in the land. In fact, Festus Keyamo, who has always been a supporter of this administration, of course, is APC, today at least that we know, he said the decision of Buhari, Central Bank of Nigerian governor, will end up turning into an anarchy. And we can see it already. This is how it starts. Or do you think civil war started just like that? No, it started drop by drop. A little bit of riot here, a little bit of violence here, a little bit of decision by some group of people, and eventually it became what it is. That is what it is. Is this not what they are working towards? To make sure that there is no handover at the end of the day. To make sure that there is no even election at the end of the day. This is terrible. We cannot keep quiet and begin to say, no, it's not so. This is how people started saying the violence in the north of Nigeria, terrorism in the north of Nigeria, banditry, and every of those things will not come to the southwest. Like play, like joke. Did it come? Of course, because they are there already. They have their families who speak your language in the south already. So all they need to do is to bring in the more aggressive ones to wake up the wickedness in the hearts of the other ones. And of course, a lot of people hiding on that. People say it won't happen. It happened. They say, no, it can never happen. What makes you think it will never happen? Is there something to secure you, or something to repel them, or something to stop them, or something that will make them afraid? So do not think these things cannot happen. Thinking it cannot happen is being a fool. Any of these things can happen, and that is the truth, and that is the reality. Everybody needs to be prepared. Do not let this catch you unaware. Do not forget to like and share this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new here. See you in the next.